Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai. All praise unto Yahweh Shemi Shai Waharok HaKadosh. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Honestly, brothers will be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So this is going to be a relatively short video, maybe a minute or so, maybe 2 minutes. Just briefly going into this topic and saying a particular question as with regards to it. So pretty much the statement says straight people don't exist, new research says, and this is the vibration that's being pushed out there. When you go into the scriptures speak about how Babylon has been a golden cup within the Lord's hand, and basically the Lord was using Babylon. Babylon is pouring out Babylon juice all over the place. Okay, this is a particular vibration that the elites have conjured up. And when you go into the agenda of the elites, the so-called New World Order agenda, you find out that part of the agenda is to eliminate or reduce the people down to, I think it's about 500 million. And if the people ain't having children because they're homosexuals, then of course that's a means of population control. And if you notice, all of the policies that get passed, they basically are detrimental to the family. Okay, one aspect, the family, especially having the man in a manly position in the family, is important, is because the man, for the most part, is the one that is the strength of the culture. That is to say, when you go into these so-called, and I say so-called Muslim for a reason, so-called Muslim cultures, what you find out is it might be the mother that says, let's let the daughters go out there into the uni, okay, and study. And it will be the father that says, let's have them have an arranged marriage, and that furthers their culture, okay? Because the woman, the scripture says the woman is the weaker vessel, okay? And there's a reason for that, because she's supposed to she's supposed to nurture the children, and the man is supposed to discipline the children. So there's balance within that statement, okay? You need both energies, but to have it to where the female energy is the more dominant one, that has it to where you have too much liberty. And that's what these elites have done. And therefore you got a situation right now where, kids are growing up and, they see these articles and the mother lets them do whatever they want to do. Okay. And that goes into the scriptures. The scripture says that. Okay. So it says recent study shows that human sexuality is fluid. Women are hornier than what you think. That's one. I don't really like doing videos on that, but really the aspect that I was getting at is pretty much straight people don't exist. That's the vibration they're pushing out there. Okay, a recent study published by the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology undermines long held beliefs about heteronormative sexual orientation. The study looks at gender expression in women and measures the physiological response of viewing a variety of pornographic material. Okay, and it found that regardless of how the women self-report their sexuality, their bodies respond positively to hetero and homosexual acts. So, according to that study, which is BS. Like I said, that's an agenda that they're pushing, man. Okay, that's an agenda that they're pushing, and they'll do a study like this, and people will just bug out, and you'll have people bugging out and saying, there's been a study, this, that, and the third, and this has been proven, blah 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 blah. Okay, and all of this leads unto death. Okay, but the question I wanted to ask and I wanted to say is, if this is so true, okay, did pretty much this point is, this is the point of the video. If you got it to where this whole homosexual thing is supposedly natural and whatever, why is it whenever you see two flamethrowers or you see two dykes, okay, damn carpet munchers, okay, why is it whenever you see them, there's always a masculine one and a female one? Okay, whenever you see two flamers, why is it you got a masculine flamer and a feminine flamer? And why is it you got it to where you got a masculine dyke and a so-called feminine dyke? And you know what that goes back to? That goes back onto the original structure. And that's why the scripture says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. Because, the psychology of people is that one's going to be the bitch and one's going to be the man. That's the just basic psychology. And they will have you believe that studies like this is true or whatever, and this, that, and the third, and they will remix, okay, the psychology and give you something that looks like it's different, but really you're going off. Okay, like the pork thing, they'll give you a remix of or Acts 10 and the 10th chapter, remix that and tell you pork is all right. And you actually, you got Christians out there reading that scripture and actually believing that's the truth. Okay, and then pretty much, that leads unto what? Unto death. Okay, so that was just a tidbit, just a question. Okay, with that I'm pretty much gonna say all praise unto Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay, double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. All your brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.